good, guys? We are back, honey, with another banging video. So in this video, someone is apologizing to Meghan Markle's mom, Miss Doria. Exactly as I told you guys, we would have seen this apology coming. In case you haven't seen that video, that's in the video that I did wherein I said Meghan Markle decision to visit her father in the hospital is hanging in the balance. But at this point, Meghan Markle is not going to visit her dad because her father is such a snake. Even in death, he has this journalist by his bedside on a daily basis. So the journalist is from the Daily Mail UK and she's staking out the hospital, waiting for Meghan Markle to arrive. Meghan Markle did not go to the hospital, but she called the embassy, I'm understanding, and because her father was in the Philippines, I think. Yeah, and she sent a representative. She called the embassy. She's a royal, and even if she wasn't a royal, that's Meghan Markle, well educated, and she's really good with words, and as such, she knows how to present and represent herself. So she had a representative that checked in on her dad at the hospital and ensured that they were doing everything. And I believe her orders were something along the lines of sparing no expense to give him the best treatment. So as such, it sounds as though she's going to pick up the medical bill of her father, but she is staying away because the Daily Mail has a journalist staking out the hospital with her notepad, with her recording device, just waiting on Meghan Markle to pop up. So the father took ill a couple weeks ago. They noticed that he was getting black. He had a blood clot. The son took him to the hospital, emergency operation to amputate the leg. And they said that, the next 24 to 48 hours at that point was going to be very crucial for him because he was prone to infection and sepsis. That time has passed. He's recovering nicely, but Meghan Markle still not showing up at the hospital, and as such, they are now having this journalist on a stakeout. Now, during the first week of Meghan Markle's dad hospitalization, you guys remember I spoke about this journalist? Let me tell you, people who are wrong, they are loud, they're wrong, and they're strong. And they're so convinced, like they give this conviction, even if they're lying, because this woman, I'm sorry, her name is Carol. She works with a media outlet, and she was like, and Doria has a criminal record. Doria has a criminal history. And I said to you guys in that video that I did, that woman is going to have to apologize really, really soon to Doria. If she doesn't, it's going to be a lawsuit. Because when she was there saying that Doria has a criminal record, her co-host was like, she doesn't. And, she was like, yes, she does. You don't know? You weren't aware? Yes, she does. So now she has issued an apology. And you can tell that the apology that she issued was one that was guided. But let's take a look at that clip together, shall we? And then I'll get back with the rest of my commentary.
People. So where's her compassion for the father who actually brought her up, who paid for her private education while her mother was in jail, who took huge care of her, and she's not seen him in the latter years. More importantly, I mean, she's not just seen him, she's like totally snubbed him.
When was her mum in jail? When was her mum in jail?
Years ago. Do you want me to give you the precise date, time? Because I haven't got it, but
2 days later.
In an episode of the British Newsroom on Thursday, December 4th, 2025, I stated that Thomas Markle, the Duchess of Sussex's father, brought Meghan up while her mother, Doria Ragland, was in prison. I believe this to be the case based on what I now understand to be misinformation I had seen online. I was questioned about the validity of this claim during the broadcast, and I repeated this belief, which I now understand to be false. This was a genuine error. I accept what I have now been told on behalf of Miss Ragland, that she raised her daughter and that she has never been in prison or jail. I apologise sincerely to Miss Ragland and her family for any pain my comments may have caused, and I'm happy to set the record straight.
And can I just say on behalf of Jubilee News, because I was on the programme.
So Carol did exactly what she intended to do. She intended to inflict harm and insult to Meghan Markle's mom. She was like, oh, Meghan Markle's mom was busy behind bars. She was busy serving time behind bars, while Meghan is so ungrateful because while her mother was busy serving time behind bars, it was her father who was taking care of her, and now her father is in the hospital and she would not even go to look for him. But they were just trying to, have Meghan Markle on some kind of nonsense guilt trip, as though, can you imagine you wanting to trick Meghan Markle, wanting her to feel bad so that she goes down to the hospital so that you all can bombard her and make up another set of false narratives about her again? That wasn't gonna fly, and they knew darn well that Meghan wasn't gonna fall for any of their tricks. But now Carol having to apologize, and she's saying, oh, I said things which I thought was true at the time, but I was later advised. I hope she gets sued, because the apology doesn't dismiss the fact that she can be held liable for what she said about Miss Doria having a criminal record on national TV, when that's definitely not the case. I hope she would get sued, though. She shouldn't have said that, because she deliberately said it. And she intentionally said it, and she knew the truth when she was telling that lie. And when she was being corrected about what she was saying, she insisted that her lie was the truth. She wasn't willing nor accepting of the factual information that was given to her there and then. She was confident in her lie, and she had to put that lie out there, because it's always a smear campaign against Meghan Markle. It's always a smear campaign against Meghan Markle, and this one, it wasn't successful. They had to apologize, but it's not going to stop. They're going to consistently do it. They're going to consistently do these things, and they're going to consistently come after Meghan and her mom. Every single opportunity that they get, they're going to consistently do this to that young lady. But guys, let me know what's your take, because someone was in my comment section saying it's true. Miss Doria has a criminal record, when it's not true, because I did the research myself, and that person was like, oh, you need to do your research, it's true, because you guys want to believe it's true. You were desperate for some kind of stain against Meghan Markle and her mom's image, name, and reputation, that you guys were such barefaced liars, and you were willing to lay your lives on the line for your lies to go through. But joke's on you, because here comes Carol with her fake ass apology. But anywho, guys, I want to hear from you. Leave your comment below. Let me know what's your take. While you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up, and we're going to talk some more in the comment section. Peace.